Hey guys, if you don't recognize me, it's Miss Leager. I just got off the meeting with my class for Crazy Hair Day, so I still have my crazy hair. All right, so today we are going to be working on creating a line plot. So actually, I'm going to do a lot of the work you're going to watch, but I want you to watch carefully, and you can try one at home and practice it yourself, because actually you will have to know how to do a line plot on your test, and your test is at the end of the week on chapter 7. So let's warm it up. Are you ready? Here we go. Did you get it? Move those over, one left, so that one's 11. Okay, let's try another one. Here we go. Did you move the 2 over and saw there was 5 left, so you said 15, right? Move those 2 over to make your tens frame. You know that a whole row left is 5, because 5 and 5 is 10, right? So this one was 15, good. Last one. So that was doubles, right? Because you saw the same thing in both frames. When you see the same thing in both frames, it's the same number. So hopefully you were able to see very quickly you were only missing 1 in each frame. If the whole frame is 10 and it's missing 1, then the frame is only 9. So 9 and 9 is 18. Cool. All right, so we're going to do some more mental math warm-up. And today what I'm going to show you are 2 numbers with the circle in the middle. And I want you to decide if you were drawing an arrow in there, or if you were saying this number is greater than or less than or equal to, what would you say? So for the first one right here, what would you say for this? 234, is that greater than, less than, or equal to 334? Okay, hopefully you said 234 is less than, right? So your arrow would go this way, right? This number is smaller than, because I only have 2 in the hundreds. Here I have 3 in the hundreds. Next one, 456, 457. How would you read that if you started here? What would you say? 456 is greater than, less than, or equal to 457. Hopefully you said less than, so the arrow's going that way again. 456 is less than 457. The reason I know is my hundreds are the same, the tens are the same. Then when I go into the ones, I have a 6 here, I have a 7 here, so the 6 is less than the 7. Next one, 123, is it greater than, less than, or equal to 123? Okay, hopefully for that one you know that you should put an equal sign, because it's the same, right? Same number in the ones, tens, and hundreds. How about this one? 989, 971. How would you read that going from here to there? Would you say 989 is greater than, less than, or equal to 971? So that one, the arrow's going the other way. Hopefully you said 989 is greater than 971. Moving down, we have 877. What would we put in there? 788. Is this greater than, less than, or equal to that number? Okay, hopefully you said greater than. Again, if I just look at the hundreds, I can see I've got 8 hundreds here. I only have 7 hundreds here, so the 8 is bigger than the 7. So I don't even have to look at the rest of the number. I know this number is bigger. Last one, we're moving into the thousands. 1,054 or 1,154? Okay, hopefully you said 1,054 is less than 1,154. Again, I look at the thousands, it's the same, a 1 and a 1. Then I go to the hundreds and I see this is a 0, this is a 1. So this has more hundreds than this, so I know this number is greater. I don't even have to look at the rest of the number, because now I know that this one is greater. Okay? All right. Good Good job. Okay, so today you're going to be making a type of graph and it's called a line plot. This is what a line plot looks like. So it has a line, and then as you can see here, I have a bunch of numbers going through, starting with 38, going all the way to 49. You can see down here too that I put the word jump lengths, and then I put it's in inches, so I know that I'm measuring in inches, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a line plot with this data. So what I did is I just came up with a bunch of different numbers, as you can see, starting with 38 all the way to 49. Some of them there's more than one, so there's two 38s, there's one 39, there's a couple 41s, there's a couple 42s, and so on. So we're going to take this data and I'm going to show you how to create a line plot using this data. Okay, so I have my trusty assistant, Julia, here, and she's going to help us out as we make this line plot. So I would start with 38 and 38. I see that there's two of them, so I go to where the 38 is on the line plot, and I make two X's above the 38 to show the two pieces of data, and then I cross my data off. I see 139, so I put one X above the 39 and cross off the data. It's important that you cross it off so you don't miss it. I see two 41s, so look, there's nothing on the 40, so I'm skipping that completely because there's no pieces of data for 40, so I just don't put anything there. 41, we said there's two, so I put an X for each piece of data going up. 42, there's four of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put 4 X's above the 32, above the 42. 43, there's two of them, so I put 2. Let's see where I am here. I did the 4 there, the 2 there. 44, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Julia? Is that right?
Yeah.
5, so I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 X's up on my 44. 45, there's nothing, so I leave that blank. 46, there's just one, so I put one X above the 46. 47, there's 3, so 3 X's to represent those 3 data points. There's nothing for 48, and there's 1 for 49. So this data I took here and transferred it into this line plot. And to transfer that, all I did was look at each piece, and each time I saw the number, I wrote it down and then crossed it off. Okay, so in addition to doing the line plot, one other thing that you're going to be doing today is on page 184 in your math journal, and you're going to be doing subtraction with regrouping. So you've done a little bit of this, but not a lot, so mom or dad might need to help you. There's also a video that you can watch that explains how to do this, and I'm going to do 2 of them with you, for you, whatever. You can do them with me too. So if you have your math journal, I'm on page 184. So the first problem is 42 minus 19, and it wants me to do the ballpark estimate first. So to do the ballpark estimate, I think of 42, and I think, oh, it's between 40 and 50, my 2 multiples of 10, but it's closer to 40. Remember, ballpark estimate is just getting close. The second part of my ballpark estimate would be thinking about the 19 in my problem, and then I think, well, that's between 10 and 20, but it's closer to 20, so I'm going to estimate that at 20. So for my problem, for my ballpark estimate, I've got 40 minus 20. So what the ballpark estimate does is it gives you an idea that your answer should be around 20. If you do this problem and your answer's 46 and your estimate's 20, that tells you, I did something wrong. Your answer should be pretty close to the 20. So here we go. We're going to start off with 42 minus 19. We always start in the ones. When I look at the ones, I look from the top down. I look at 2 minus 9. I cannot have 2 of something and take 9 away. So I have to get more ones. And where can I get more ones? I can get them from the tens. So I go over to the tens, and there was a 4, but now I'm going to cross that off. I had 4 tens. If I take 1 away, now I have only 3 tens. That 1 I'm taking away, I'm going to give to the ones. So I'm going to cross off that 4, and right above it, I'm going to turn it into a 3, because I took 1 away. I had 4 tens, I took 1 away, now I have 3 tens. I'm giving those tens to the ones. So I had 2 ones, and then I added to it the 10 ones, so 2 plus 10 is 12. So above that, I'm going to write a 12. Now I can do 12 minus 9, which is 3, and I can do 3 minus 2, or 3 minus 1, which is 2. So my answer is 23. That's pretty close to my estimate, which is 20, so I know I'm right. And the last thing I needed to do was fill in the unit, and I'm going to have dogs for my unit, okay? We'll do one more together, and then you can try the other 2 on your own. Julia's cutting a carrot right in the middle of my lesson. Okay, we've got 64 minus 39. So again, we start with the ballpark estimate. We think 64. The 2 multiples of 10 that it's between are 60 and 70, but it's closer to 60. So I put down the 60. I'm going to estimate 39, which is between 30 and 40. I'm going to say that's closer to 40. So my ballpark estimate is 60 minus 40, which is, again, 20, the same estimate as the last time. I'm going to choose cats for my unit this time since I did dogs last time, and then I'm going to work the problem. The problem is 64 minus 39. Again, you start in the ones. I start 4 minus 9. I go top down. I don't say 9 minus 4. I read it the way it is. 4 minus 9. I cannot have 4 of something and take 9 away. So I need to get more ones from the tens. So I go over to the tens. I had 6 tens. If I take 1 away, now I've only got 5 tens. So I'm going to rewrite that right above there. Okay? Now those tens that I took away, I'm giving them over to the ones. So I had 4 ones plus the 10 I just added to it, so now I have 14. So I rewrote the number that I had initially, the 64. I wrote it as, instead of 6 tens and 4 ones, I wrote it as 5 tens and 14 ones. That's still 64. I just wrote it in a different way. Now I can subtract. So I do 14 minus 9, which is 5, and 5 minus 3, which is 2. So I got 25 for my answer, and that's close to my estimate of 20, so I know I'm right. So go ahead and try 3 and 4 on your own. If you need to watch that video again, watch that. There's a video there that explains how to do this regrouping with subtraction. Have mom or dad sit with you and practice. Your 3rd grade teacher will be so excited if you know how to do subtraction with regrouping. So, good job. Thanks. Keep working hard. And I will see you for our next lesson.
Sorry about the carrots, guys.
Julia says sorry about her carrot cutting. Bye.